Alrighty guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are rebuilding the Los Angeles Lakers in NBA 2K26. So when it comes to the Lakers, obviously they made that big trade at the trade line, probably one of the biggest trades, if not the biggest trade in NBA history, trading Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, or the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. The Lakers gave him Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and I believe like one first round pick to get Luka Doncic, which they obviously won this trade. They were to get their long-term superstar they can build around when LeBron is all said and done. They also made some really good moves in the offseason, in my opinion, like signing DeAndre Ayton basically for free for only $8 million. Obviously, you have to take advantage of that. He'll be really good next to Luka, LeBron, Reeves, a bunch of playmakers to help him out. They signed Marcus Smart as well in free agency, which was another great signing. They re-signed Jackson Hayes. He was pretty good as a starter with Luka. I wonder how good he'll be as the backup now. They also signed Jake LaRavia in free agency. They signed Nick Smith Jr. to a two-way contract, which is another good signing. Signed him after being waived by the Charlotte Hornets. Maxi Kleber was also in the Luka Doncic trade as well. They signed Christian Coloco to a two-way as well as Chris Manning. And then obviously they drafted a Duke Dero in the second round of the draft. He should be a solid player for them, a solid development player. Obviously, a lot of Bronny James. But yeah, I feel like it was a solid offseason. I think this team could definitely make some noise around the league, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Lakers fan, but efficiency, running a pace and space system. Your rotation heading into the years: Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Connect, Jackson Hayes, and they want to play two-way contract Nick Smith Jr. I think only because he's a two-way contract, I'm not gonna play him. I'm just going to play a guy like Gabe Vincent, Jake LaRavia. I guess we'll give these minutes to Jake LaRavia. So we'll play LaRavia these last couple of minutes off the bench. And now I'll see you guys probably at the trade deadline. I feel like this is a team that could be really active with trades, obviously. So I'll probably see you guys there. I can make this trade with the Miami Heat. We get Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to offer Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Jake LaRavia, and then I'm going to try and keep out this 2030 pick and see if we get these three. We get Andrew Wiggins on the team. They do decline, so we'll take the first round pick. They agree. So we get Andrew Wiggins. Name Samaya has been really brought up in Lakers trade rumors. They need a 3-and-D wing, and I feel like he'd be the perfect fit. That means your new rotation heading into the season is gonna be Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Andrew Wiggins, LeBron James will play the power forward now. You got DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura come off the bench now. Marcus Smart, Dalton Connect, Jared Vanderbilt, and Jackson Hayes. So I guess one also thing we could do is try to get a better backup center than Hayes. Like I said, right now we're not in the best terms record wise, so try to do all I can so we can go ahead and upgrade this roster. I'm going to throw him and Drew Smith in there. Thank you, back upgrade a backup center. If not, I'll just roll with him. But we'll see, and we're not getting an upgrade anywhere. So I don't think anybody else a good trade. Let's want to trade Kadek, which I really like to keep for this rebuild specifically. Because I saw him become, a really good player in the future. Get Mark Williams, which would be hilarious. But yeah, there's really no good offers for a backup center that'd be worth trading Connect for, so I'm just gonna keep him, and then I'm gonna see you guys at the end of this scene, 27 and 22 right now, still running the pace and space system, but I'll see you guys at the end of the scene. Hopefully, we can improve our record. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the MVP. Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year. Malik Monk Six Man. Wemby Defensive Player. Most Ruger Nehemiah Kita. Coach Player of the Year does go to Luka Doncic. Coach, you go to Mike Brown. Alexander is your executive. Here's your all-me first. We do got Luka making. We got LeBron making it. No, it's just absolutely insane. But this is probably his last year. We end up being the play-in as a 7th seed, so not great. But we will improve. We will improve. 26 from Luka, 21 from LeBron, 16 from Austin Reeves. We had about 14 from Andrew Wiggins. I didn't realize the Miami Heat extended him before I traded for him. They gave him a new 2-year deal, which I guess isn't terrible. We had about 11 from Rui, 10 from Marcus Smart, 10 from DeAndre Ayton, 10 from Dalton Connect, 4 from Jackson Hayes, and 3 from Jared Vanderbilt. So player stats weren't bad by any means. Let's look at our offensive and defensive rating. So offensive rating, we're number 2. So like I said, our offense was great. I'm guessing it was our defense just sucked. Yeah, our defense was pretty bad. We had the 25th ranked defense in the league, and that's top 5 worst defense. So our defense was probably the issue why we weren't as good. We got the Nuggets in the first game of the play-in, as we are going to win. So at least we get into the playoffs, and we don't have to deal with the Mavericks. We got to deal with the Golden State Warriors. This will be our chance to make a strong run in the playoffs. Coming from the play-in, obviously, it will be hard, but we'll see what we can do. We got the Golden State Warriors. Like I said, we'll go 9-man rotation. So Steph Curry, Pajemski, Moody, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Kaminga, Horford, Buddy Hield, Gary Payton. So we'll see if we can beat this team. They're gonna take game one. We're gonna take game two. We're gonna take game three. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we are gonna beat them at five. As we got the Los Angeles Clippers. So the Clippers have James Harden, Bradley Beal, Bogdanovich, Kawhi, Zubac, John Collins, Russell Westbrook re-signed with the re-signed with the Clippers again, man. Wow, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, Chris Dunn. I mean, it'll be tough, but I definitely think, like I said, coming out of the play, I think our team will be really underrated. So we'll see if we can beat the Clippers, man. Game one, they're gonna take. Game two, leave it up. Game three, they're up 2-1. Can we leave it up 2-2? Yes, we can. Can we go up 3-2? Can we beat them in six? Then we'll go to a game seven. So game seven, whoever has to play Dallas. I was hoping we'd have to play Dallas, but here we go, man. Game seven against the Clippers. I'm hoping we can get it done. And it's a close game right now, but the Clippers are going to run away with it, man. 116 to 109. 30 from Austin Reeves. He was really good in the playoffs for us, but sadly wasn't enough production from anybody. Or wasn't enough to win, I'm gonna say that. But the Clippers going to win going to make the finals. So that we could have a chance against Dallas. The Clippers go on to win the championship. So I believe maybe if we got past Los Angeles, the Clippers, this could have been us, man. Wow. I don't know if we would have beat the Mavericks and Knicks realistically though, but it would be interesting to see if we would have won that game seven. And as expected, LeBron James is going to call it quit, so he's gone. Yeah, so he's serious this time, not no fake ad thing that people really got mad at. He was most obviously an ad. He was never gonna come out randomly and just come out like a decision two type of thing and just announce his retirement. It was I don't know, it was scary. Obviously, it wasn't a real retirement. It was probably going to be an ad. I was 99% sure I was an ad, and it ended up being an ad. But all right. Anyway, in the draft, we do have the 21st overall picks. We have to make the most out of this pick. We'll keep JJ Redick as the head coach. What is the next step with this team? Obviously, we have Luka Doncic. The rest of the team, I don't know if anybody else is safe, honestly. So we have some players like Austin Reeves, 28 years old. He regresses a lot in 2K. He's probably going to opt out of the player options. Do you want to sign and trade him, or do you want to bring him back? DeAndre Ayton, what is his future with the team? He wasn't quite good for us rebounding wise either. Only averaging 6.9 rebounds, 7-foot center. Even though you average a double double without your entire career, I don't love that, man. So we might not bring you back. You might not be the best fit for what we need. I guess now we could draft with the 21st overall picks. We got Benny, we got Torrey. I don't know much about him though. He's only starter ceiling. He hasn't really developed that much in prior simulations I did. Petite, Alex. I don't like any of these options, man. None of these options. We could go Jalon Love, and this guy develops like crazy. And I know I just took him in the last video, but he's just too good to pass up on. So Jalen Love, I'm gonna take him, but trust me, this guy is worth the pick. He develops like crazy. He's a 71 overall now, but he'll develop into a stud. Trust me, man. Austin Reeves is declining his player option. DeAndre Ayton is declining his player option too. We'll accept Bronny James. Nick Smith Jr., we're going to extend the qualifying offer to. We'll see if he ends up coming back. And then Austin Reeves, Maria Chamorro, Reeves. He has some offers, man, from the Pistons, Nets, Blazers, and Clippers. He has, some solid offers. So we can either match up to these offers and re-sign him or do a sign and trade for him because I don't know. For some reason, the 2K sim, Austin Reeves isn't that good. I hate to say it because I was a Lakers fan. He's a stud in real life, but in 2K, he's just not that good, man. I don't know why. And I think that will probably lead to, at least for now, him leaving or a sign and trade happening. But I think I'm going to sign and trade Austin Reeves for something for maybe our future superstar. We can start playing that right away because I feel like I always sign Giannis in next year's free agency. I always sign Jokic in next year's free agency. I want to do something different with the Lakers front. So I'm going to offer him. He said he can get up to 35 million, maybe to 40. Okay, realistically, I'll offer him 25 million. In the 2K, he's not gonna get that much. Trust me. We'll add a player option at the end too, but yeah, we're obviously gonna offer him the most money that anybody else is offering him. So 3 years, $81 million player option. He should be able to sign that. And then Rehad Shimura, somebody that's really cheap. We can re-sign him to like a 1+1 type of deal. I would hate that at all. So Rui Hachimura should come back as well. And then we will look to sign and trade Austin Reeves away. I don't know what we're going to do with DeAndre Ayton. We'll have to figure that out too in a minute. I got a couple options of starting trades that I think could really work for Austin Reeves. So one of the options being Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies. I know we'd have to attach some salary to match his contract, but I feel like he'd be a really good fit, at least for the future next to Luka Doncic. Just had an incredible season for Memphis, so I like the idea of him. Another guy I like the sound of is Jaylen Brown, the Celtics. The Celtics want to I don't know, kind of turn things around. Need to start some type of rebuild. They don't need to start a rebuild at all. They just won a championship like 2 years ago. So getting Jaylen Brown, I don't hate the idea of him by any means. And then another option I like is Zion Williamson. I feel this might be the most realistic, though. Maybe Zion, I don't know, just has another underwhelming season. And he could definitely be traded in the future. I can 100% see him getting traded. I don't know if it'll be to the Lakers, but I can definitely imagine Luka going glob to Zion Williamson. I really like the fit. And then either one of those guys I'd love to add. Low key, having Zion seems a little fun. I know. I like the sound of Zion Williamson. I like the sound. Oh, yeah, Bam Adebayo was another option as well if you want to go after him. He might be the easiest. But either one of those guys, realistically, I don't know if we can even match Jaylen Brown's contract. I'll try if we can see if we can match Jared Jackson Jr. So it'll take Austin Reeves, his buddy. They might have to throw Vanderbilt's contract in there as well. And then I guess we could match his buddy like with Drew Smith. Then we only have one tradable first round pick. It's the problem. We only have one first round pick to trade. We trade our 2030 pick for Andrew Wiggins. So I try to get, win a championship. That last year we traded our first round pick aggressive. And obviously I ended up working out. So we could offer this, but I don't think the Grizzlies say yes to this. So I low-key want to see if I get Zion Williamson. He'd be a really good fit next to Luka Doncic for the future. I'm going to offer Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, Drew Smith, and a first-round pick to get Zion Williamson, and they agree. Zion Williamson, welcome to the Lakers. I really like him and Luka paired up together. So we now have our two long-term superstars, Luka Doncic and Zion Williamson. I'll take that. Now we need to fill out our team. So we have Luka Doncic, Marcus Smart as our point guard rotation, Bronny James. So I guess what we need is probably a backup wing. Oh, a center is huge. I completely forgot about having a starting center. Okay, so we can still bring back DeAndre and Mark Williams is here. I see Quentin Grimes, dude. He'd be perfect as our shooting guard. I don't think there's we can sign up both. So we'd have $10 million. We probably could sign. How much cap space do we actually have right now? We have 19 billion. So if we somehow are able to land Grimes and Mitchell Robinson or somebody else, I'd love that. But I think we offer a center first, probably more important. So Mitchell Robinson, somebody like that for 7 billion. Yeah, sign me up. We get it for cheaper too. We sign him to like 6 million. Okay, we get it Mitchell Robinson for 6. That should give us enough money to offer Grimes like the rest, like 10.5 million. So we can lock ourselves up and get Grimes and Mitch Robinson. If I'm doing the math right, that should be enough to land. So that would have us letting go of DeAndre, and which I guess I'm fine with at this point. But we signed Grimes. Now, it might take Robinson a minute to sign. We kind of lowballed on him, but he should sign eventually. So, okay, he has 9 offers now. Now we need to up our offer, obviously. So, Mitchell Robinson, we're going to up our offer now. This would be the remaining of our money, but I do feel like it'd be worth it if we get a guy like him as he signed. So, Mitchell Robinson, welcome to the team. And now I feel like all we need is a backup 2 and backup center. After that, I think we're good. So, Malik Beasley, Bogdanovich, Clarkson, Bruce Brown. Really good options there. I'm going to sign. We can just bring back Jackson Hayes again, which I guess wouldn't be a terrible option. Or we go after like a younger option, Daron Sharp. I mean, they're both pretty, they're both not old, I meant to say. But we can sign Nick Richards, I guess. So Nick Richards. And then if there's some way we can get Malik Beasley as well, bring him back to LA, I wouldn't hate that. Or actually, no, I'd rather have Keon Ellis to be the backup too for more defense. So yeah, give me Keon Ellis instead. I don't want Malik Beasley. I would much rather just have Keon Ellis play the 2, and then we'll sign Nick Richards. So not a bad offseason by any means. Keon Ellis goes up as shooting guard, and then we got Nick Richards, our new backup center. I'll see you guys in player progression. Luka Doncic, we got Zion Williamson going up to a 90, Quentin Grimes going to an 82, Wiggins, Rui, Connect is up to an 80, Robinson, Ellis. The only guy going down here is Marcus Smart. Dude, Dero went up 5 overall as well as Bronny James. So obviously these guys are going to be huge in the future. Javon Love. Hoping he can eventually take over from Marcus Smart. And then I'm fine with Grimes. I'm going to say this team might be able to make some noise. Obviously after LeBron retiring, which is unfortunate, I wish we could keep running it back with him over and over and over again, but obviously that's not going to happen. But LeBron retiring definitely gave us some more future cap flexibility. I will say there's some good in that, obviously, but it was let us sign all these players. So your new rotation, I think we're going to start Wiggins, though. Wiggins will be our starting small forward instead. So power ranking lands is 10th. Proficiency, we already get pace and spacing. Can we be better anywhere? Okay, perimeter centric system right now is our best system. So I guess instead we could just run that. Zion's best system is balance. We can run that instead. Luka can fit any system, I guess. But since our best overall system would be perimeter centric, that's why I'm going to run. I'll fix his preferred system in just a second. But in rotation is Luka, Grimes, Wiggins, Zion Williamson, Mitchell Robinson, Dalton Connect, Rui Hachimura. We'll fix this so we're like the best player who's more minutes. Rui, Connect, Keon Ellis, Marcus Smart. That'll be our diamond rotation. I'm actually going to fix so we can get Nick Richards in the rotation. And once again, I'm going to try to just have Adrian Wiggins play. He can be the 3 and D small forward. And then, yeah, I'm loving this rotation. We got Luka and Zion taking the most shots. Obviously, kind of what I want to happen. And the third guy will, I guess, be decided. I don't know. But I'll see y'all at the end of the season or at the deadline. Luka Doncic did end up winning the MVP. I accidentally skipped past it, but we ended up being the number 3 seeds. That's absolutely amazing to see. We finished off 58 and 24 on this season, so we were a really good team, which was expected. I know our team would be at least somewhat solid. We're better than last year, at least. Player stats had about 30 points from Luka Doncic, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. Definitely worth the MVP. And I firmly and confidently say the Austin Reeves signing trade ended up working out. Zion is playing great next to Luka, averaging 25, 7, and 5 with 1 steal and 1 block per game. One thing I am aware of is Zion isn't a three-point shooter, so we'll have to surround him with shooters in the starting 5, obviously. Wiggins was really good. He averaged 14 points, 38% from 3. Connect was pretty good, average 13 points, 11 from Rui Hachimura, 10 from Quentin Grimes. We had 7 from Marcus Smart, 6 from Keon Ellis. And I do want to see if we get a floor spacing big in the offseason. I don't know if that'll be possible at all, but like I said, I want to make it fit around Zion, even though we don't really have to. We're still a good team without it, but I want to get a reliable starting center, floor spacing big or not, actually. I want to get a game changer here. So, order right now, we got the Thunder around one. So, SGA, Wallace, J-Dub, Chet, Sorber, Ludor, Topic, Caruso, and Torrey. So, against the Oklahoma City Thunder, we are going to go ahead and sweep them. Okay, great start. To play the Houston Rockets, and Houston had Reed Shepard starting point guard. I heard they're going to look to trade for a point guard. Reed Shepard doesn't work out, man. It really sucks that Houston dealt with that injury. But maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe Reed Shepard is the player we all know he was. Remember, this guy was the 3rd overall pick. I know it doesn't seem like it, but this guy was the 3rd overall pick in the NBA draft, man. But game 1 against Houston, we're going to take game 2. We're going to take game 3. We're going to take, and we're going to get the sweep to play the Dallas Mavericks. So, yeah, man, here it is. The matchup, if we beat the Mavericks, we obviously go to the finals here. We steamroll past the Thunder and the Rockets. Now it's time for Dallas. So Kyrie, Christie, Flag, AD, Lively, Gafford, D'Angelo Russell, Najee Marshall, Gene Hardy. So, yeah, 2K loves this team. We'll see if this is the year maybe we get it done. Okay, we're going to take game 1. Do we shrink the rotation? I didn't know they were benching Wiggins, but do we decide to shrink the rotation now and, kick out? Or I guess, wait. Keon Ellis, wait, who got kicked out the rotation then? I guess it was Nick Richards. Was he starting? Okay, he was actually starting. I didn't even realize. So he's out the rotation now. Game 2, we're going to take. Okay, we're up 2-0. Let's keep this up, man. Game 3. Okay. Game 4. We're up 3-1. No way it would beat the Mavericks like this at 5. No, okay. I'm going to hop into Simcast here to see if we can go ahead and beat the Dallas Mavericks in 6 game. Let's not go to a sweaty game 7 inside of Dallas. That would suck, honestly, but it's a pretty close game, but so far we have the lead. Just run away with it. Run away with it. And we are 128 and 116. Let's go, man. 36 from Luka. He is playing great in the playoffs, as well as Zion. And we're going to the NBA Finals just like that to play the 8th seed at Miami Heat. Dude, if it was a chance to win, it would 100% be down. But the Heat are obviously here for a reason. They made it all the way out from the play-in, all the way here. So they're here for a reason. They have Davion Mitchell, Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware, Norman Powell, Jake LaRavia, Kasper Diakachonis, Nikola Jovic. Obviously, we gave them Jake LaRavia. But let's see how LaRavia is playing in Miami. He's averaging 11 points. So he's averaging 11.5 in the playoffs. 3-point efficiency is definitely down there, but Do we make a mistake by trading Jake LaRavia? I don't know. I mean, I didn't really think about keeping him, but at the time he was like a 74 overall, so I think we could have kept him. But we got Wiggins out of it. We're gonna take game one. We're gonna take game two. We're gonna take game three, and we're gonna get to sleep. I don't think that team stand any chance. Luka averaged 40 points in the NBA Finals. Freaking alien efficiency. Look at this, it's absolutely insane. So look at these games. But we won the championship. We can look at the playoff stats right now. Luka averaged 36 points per game. Zion Williams averaged 26. Wiggins averaged 14. 12 from Rui. And then, yeah, the playoff stats were really good. So, yeah, we won the championship. We got the championship out of the way, which feels amazing. It sucks we won the year after LeBron retired, though. I would love to get it done with him. But sometimes maybe it was a blessing in disguise because we did obviously open up all that cap space. The Bulls will get the one overall pick, but I'm gonna have to send that pick back to the Blazers because that pick actually does go to the Portland Trail Blazers. I'll see you guys with the next step of maybe going for the two-peat. We are going to keep JJ Redick as our head coach. We're heading into draft night. I'm pretty sure our pick goes like to Utah or something in 2027, and it does. So the 29th pick will go to Utah. Our second round pick will go to the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, we don't have a pick until 2031. Next year goes to the Pelicans from the probably the Zion Williamson trade we made, which was worth it. Then the next year, in 2029, it goes to the Dallas Mavericks from the Luka trade. And then in 2030, it goes to the Miami Heat from the Andrew Wiggins trade. So, yeah, we literally don't have our own pick until 2031. So, I'm glad I got the championship out the way. But Rui Hachimura's $9 million. He was actually really valuable for us. I'm actually going to accept that $9 million. He was actually really good for us. Welcome back, Rui Hachimura. I don't want to risk losing you in free agency. Heading straight into free agency, though, we do have some good free agents asking for a cheap contract. So we might have to take advantage of that. And we don't have anybody we need to resign either. So Luca, Jelon Love might be ready to play next year. I think Marcus Smart's retired. Yeah, I don't really see him anywhere, so I'm gonna assume that Marcus Smart retired. I don't know why I saw LeBron James, but Marcus Smart, where did he go? Did he retire? Let's make sure. I really don't see him anywhere, so we should have his bird rights. I think so. So, Marcus Smart, he might retire. I really don't know. It really doesn't matter that much, but yeah, I put two R's, my bad. So Marcus Smart, oh, actually, still we didn't have his bird rights, but I think we might let him go. He might regress. If we could bring him back for cheap, I'd do it. Oh, we could. We could stop to minimum, so I'll do that. But anyway, is there anybody else who could be assigned free agency? So Grimes, Ellis, the Wiggins connect. We have Zion. So like I said, it would be a center. If there's a center we can sign free agency, I love to do it. So, but there's no good options by any means. So I guess at the deadline we could look to make a trade for a center. But we want to sign anybody like a Jordan Poole, Michael Porter Jr. We don't really need that though. Like as much as I liked, we don't really need much in free agency but a backup center. So I wouldn't mind signing a contract we can use at the trade deadline. So somebody we can use at the deadline. I'm gonna sign a backup center in case. So let's say we bring in Isaiah Stewart, might bring some versatility. So I'm gonna offer him like 8 million so we can use his money at the deadline, and then probably be our only move on. I'm comfortable with how this team looks like. Resign Smart, like we said, and don't see you as a player progression. Dog Connect is up to an 83 overall. Not much regression from the other guys, but Jelon Love is up to a 78 now, and we got a dude there up to a 78. I'd love to see if we can get Love Zero. So Love will get minutes this year, guaranteed. Bronny could be ready to slide into the Keon Ellis role really, really soon. And then Dude Zero might be able to replace. We have replacements coming in fast, man. So, like I said, we're probably going to only go one more year left with this one. But if I decide maybe to go 2029 as well, we'll have replacements. So that's all we need to see. At least we have replacements that we can trade at the trade line. So Wiggins or Connect could be expendable at the trade line for us to get a center upgrade. So we already have so much depth behind them. So Luka, Grimes, Connect, Zion, Mitchell Robinson, Andrew Wiggins, Rui Hachimura, Jalad Love, and Dude Zero. And then we go ahead and get the 10-man rotation going. And the 10th man is going to be Keanu Ellis. So, yeah, Keanu Ellis will play. And then we'll leave something like that. And I'll see you guys at the end, at the deadline, actually, if we decide to make a move. We're at the trade deadline. I want to see if we can acquire Jared Allen. He's not the floor spacing thing that we like, but I feel like he'd be a really good center. We won the championship without floor spacing, so I'm honestly cool with this. We can trade Andrew Wiggins expiring 20 million. You know, he's really good for us, man. We have to do this. We want to get our center upgrade. Isaiah Stewart isn't much. The only thing we're trading here is Andrew Wiggins, and I think I'll be fine with it. So let's see if they agree to it. They do agree. So Jared Allen, just like that, is a Los Angeles Lakers. We get him in. This is our starting center, our legitimate number one starting center that we finally got after trading away Anthony Davis. So if he was even considered a center, wow, this team hasn't had a real center in it. Who? I'm trying to think of it. Mark Gasol, like a real like center that can start. If you don't consider Anthony Davis as a center, Paul Gasol? Like, it's been a minute, bro. Luca Grimes Connect will start at small forward. He was already starting, but Zion Williamson, Jared Allen, Rui Hachimura, Jelon Love, Lowy, my bad. Oh, was I calling him Love this whole time? Mitchell Robinson, Keon Ellis, and then Duke Thero will enter himself in the rotation now. We'll see what he could bring to. He was already in the rotation, so never mind. Nobody knew was really entering the rotation. It's really just the same thing. Just Jared Allen here now, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So far, we are 35-17 on the season, so let's keep it up. Luka Doncic is your back-to-back MVP. Rookie, you're going to Stoke. Six-man going to Ivy. Defensive player going to Wembanyama. Bonus proof going to Cam Whitmore. Clutch player going to SDA. Coach, you're going to Jason Kidd. Hobbs is your executive. NBA Cup MVP going to Cooper Flag. All-made first team out. Luka Doncic making it. Here's your all-made second team. All-made third team. We got Zion Williamson. Here's your all-defensive first team and all-defensive second team. Here's your all-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. But we ended up being the number 2 seed, even better than last year. We were the 3 seed last year. We went to 58-24, so close to the 1 seed, but the Mavericks stole the show, or at least got the 1 seed from us. But offensive rating, we were number 1 by far. We had the best offensive league. Defensive rating looks like it was a little worse. So defensive rating, we're 23rd. I remember looking at this earlier. Our defense is also the best, so I guess defense is an issue with this roster, but our offense is clicking on all cylinders. That's why I can make up for most of our defense. So we'll go 8-man rotation this time, as we got the Utah Jazz in round 1. So Collier, Dash Daniels, Ace Bailey, Sohan, Kessler, Filipowski, Filipowski, Markkanen, Jordan Poole, Cody Williams, hard sign. Actually, pretty deep team. I don't think they have it. Never mind. I don't think they have enough, and we just went down 3-1 to this Utah Jazz. So we might be on the verge of getting eliminated in round 1 to the 7th seed after literally just winning the final. So, and this is like what's going to happen. So we're going to lose in round 1, 129 and 121. Part of me don't want to end it off on that. And I won't. I'm not going to end it off on that. I'm going to go one more season because that low-key made me mad, and I don't want to. And like I said, the Mavericks lost in round 1. There's no way there's no way this team, dude. How did they beat us anyway? I have questions of how this team actually beat us and how they freaking made the finals and pushed the Pistons to 7. Dude, I have so many questions. Why? How? How did they beat all these teams? Dallas, I low-key wish you would have humbled this team, but man, that could have been our chance to go back-to-back. Marcus Smart retires a Laker. I'll go one more season just for the fun of it. Honestly, we're going to re-sign everybody. We're not going to do much at all. We don't have a pick, once again. Like I said, our picks are heavily protected by other teams. So other teams have. Luka is a free agent this year. I just want to do another year where we see Bronny and Duke there. All those guys playing minutes for us. So Luka Doncic cannot afford to lose him. And I think I've seen Zion Williamson as well. Once again, he has a big offer for the Maverick. Dude, if he goes to Dallas, you're not. Zion, you wouldn't. We actually might lose Zion Williamson. It might have been a mistake we win another year. Zion Williamson is going to the Mavericks. Unless he changed his mind, I can't do nothing about it. All match connect. But, wow. What about Luka? Okay, we're responding to Luka. Zion, you're really going to leave us like this and go to Dallas, man. You Jordan Cooper Flag will literally be the craziest thing. I ain't gonna lie. Please tell me he changes his mind. Thank goodness. Okay, Zion Williamson is gonna sign with us instead. The Dog Connect, we'll offer it, but I'm not gonna overpay. We just match the contract. He's restricted. We have his rights. So Dog Connect will extend, and then Bronny James will also hopefully get it back, and then Rui Hachimura, somebody I would buy back as well. Duke Thero, then Bronny James, I guess, sure. I mean, he hasn't really done much to earn 50 million, but because he's unrestricted. We'll have to resign and pay him, you know. So we'll resign everybody here. And I saw Miles Buzella sitting here as a free agent, and I might just go after that. Oh, but I want to see what these guys could do for us. So I want to go one more year to see what all these younger rookies could do for us, or not rookies, these younger players could do for us. We'll go straight to player progression. Jawan Love is up to an 85 overall. Allen, Connect, Grimes, Rui, Mitch Robinson, Bureau's up to an 81. Bronny's up to an 81. This is our rotation, just like this. Literally our rotation. We don't have any other, you know, guys that come in if somebody fouls or something like that. Also, in the next video, about experience or, you know, play around with injuries on, see how this can affect the simulation. I might use injuries on. Comment down below if you guys want to see me use injuries on. But look at this rotation. Power ranking only lands at 17th, man. Perimeter centric system is almost a full 5 stars. But we got Luca, Grimes, Connect, Zion, Jaron Allen, Jalon Love, Rui, Mitch Robinson, and we have a lot, you know, better depth now, I guess, compared to last year. So this will be the final season. We'll see if we can win another championship in this video. Uh, not lose a round one to the 7th seed again. Hopefully it doesn't happen. So for the final season, we are the number 2 seed as we have the Utah Jazz in. Well, that is press. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but anyway, we got the Utah Jazz in round one. So we have about 24 from Luca, 24 from Zion. On Love is such a cheat code in this game. I'm not gonna draft the next draft. I can't. I gotta lie. I drafted him in the past 2 videos. I'm not gonna draft him in the next video. Whatever we do. 13 from Connect, 12 from Allen, 10 from Rui, 9 from Grimes, 6 from Bronny, 5, and then 4 from the dude Thero. So they want to start Bronny next to Luca this time at the 2. So I guess we'll allow it 8-man rotation. We got the give me my revenge on Utah. I ain't like give me my sweet revenge. I don't know why we couldn't do this last year. We're gonna beat them in 6. Dallas is gone again, bro. Dude, Dallas has been the team that's been losing actually. But now we got Phoenix. So obviously not being able to do it Dallas great. They have Andrew Wiggins now. He still managed to put together himself pretty solid NBA season after we traded him, but they're gonna take game 1. They're gonna take game 2. We're gonna take game 3. They're up 3-1, and we might go home here. I mean, it's not over yet. Definitely not over. Go back to starting Grimes, and we'll see if we can get it done. So far, Phoenix does have the lead, but we can always come back into this game. Hopefully, at least. And Phoenix might be running away with this, and they are. Phoenix will get it done. They're gonna beat us 134 to 125, and they're gonna end us off as we got the Atlanta Hawks going on to win the championship. Trae Young Finals MVP. So at least we got one championship in this video, and it ended up being in year 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.